A bad day at a card show is better than most other days.
Perfect. Now that's an answer right there.
Good.
We're here in North Carolina at the Hickory Card Show.
And you know how when you're at a card show, you got that thing that just grinds your gears?
Oh, I absolutely do. We're here to interview dealers and people that are shopping to see what their pet peeves are.
Let's go talk to some people.
Let's go. Let's go.
So why'd you pull me over today?
Actually, look at me, empty-handed today.
Yeah. No cards?
So, no. I got something very simple.
This guy did not want to sell me. I remember it was a Muggsy Bogues PSA 9 Red Prism 2014, alt valued at $12. I offered him $25. He said no. That's the beauty of a PC, though.
Because sometimes you have a car that it's too
true.
cool to let go unless somebody's willing to pay premium for it.
No cap. All right.
But ask me next time.
Yes.
Still got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my question for you today. What's your biggest pet peeve at a card show? Dealer, spectator?
Single thing. I have to pick one.
Yeah.
I can't list.
No, go ahead. Give me 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
You got opinions, I can tell.
So I've really learned that you have to go through the dive boxes, even with the guys that smell like an ashtray and a beer, because you'll often find the best stuff outside of sleeves and top loaders raw, or the top loaders will be yellowed, and the price sticker will say $999 from the pandemic. Okay, aside from that rant, number 1 pet peeve is going to be the noise after I offer someone on a card. I'm walking away. It already happened once here today.
Noise or
the just absolutely not even trying to work with you kind of thing. I'm trying to spend my money on your cards and give you money for cardboard that inherently could be worth nothing in 1 week. So
it's a good one.
That was a little existential. I'm out.
Hey guys, we're here. We're going to interview Jordan from CLT Card House, and we want to know what your biggest pet peeve is when you're vending a show.
Biggest pet peeve is when people look through a binder and leave it like that when they're done. It'd be nice if they would flip it back to the beginning.
Absolutely.
Pet peeve, I'm gonna do from both sides of the table. Well, it's pretty much the same. When you're at a card show, when you have prospective buyers or sellers, customers, whatever you want to call them, enthusiasts, talk to them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them, are you selling? Are you buying?
I feel you.
Strike up a conversation. When I'm as a seller, if I'm a buyer on the opposite side of the table, when people walk up, when I walk up to a table and the guy is, they'll make eye contact with you but won't ask, wait, what are you looking for?
Be a salesman.
Yeah, talk to your people. That's the biggest pet peeve at a card show, and then I don't want to spend my money with you. I'd rather go spend it anywhere else. Let's strike up a conversation.
To spite you. It's just
find out what the people are looking for.
It's not going to make this a good experience.
Yeah, 100%. And that's really, again, that will go for both sides of the table. Just talk to your people. Everyone's here for the same hobby.
No, I'm with you. It's equally frustrating when you're on the dealer side and people walk by like, don't sell me.
And they expect you, like I had a guy come and he was like, oh, you talk to me. Absolutely. I want to know
what do you collect?
I want to know what you got in that
into?
bag because I might be interested and hey, I might have something you have. So yeah, that's the biggest pet peeve at a card show. Outside of here, we may not all hang out and be in the same area, but cards bring us together. Be comfortable talking to everybody that's in the same spirit as you.
That's perfect, man. Thank you so much.
No worries, man.
My biggest pet peeve is probably when somebody asks to look at your cards and then they look at it for probably 20, 30 minutes and then they hand it right back to you and say, that looks good, or those are cool, and they don't, ask to buy, or, it just takes up a lot of time. So that's probably my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Or when they do like the book price and it's very awful.
Yeah.
Like bad comps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, are you all soccer? Oh. I don't got any soccer cards. I think I only got one at my house. But not here right now.
Something I don't like about the card show is people, they don't have their prices, and people sometimes get in my way of me looking at cards. Other people just being nosy and looking at what I have in my personal collection.
Like without asking?
Yeah, without asking. Just taking my cards out of my box when I don't want them to.
My biggest pet peeve is definitely overpriced dealers. 100%.
Yeah?
No doubt about it.
Do you haggle at all?
Of course. You got to.
Biggest pet peeve at a card show is when the deal is done or we've shook on it, and then they say, I got to think about it after that.
Again?
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely the
I don't
biggest pet
honestly
peeve.
think I've ever seen that before.
That's happened multiple
times. Like recanting on the deal after the deal is
multiple
done.
times. We've shook on it, and they're like, well, hold on. Well, can you throw this in? No, that's
Cold
what
feet.
the deal is.
We got there, man.
Cold feet. Cold feet after the deal is done. Biggest pet peeve.
I just came across. You want that?
Yes.
Anniversary present?
Well, it's quite far. You can start with that.
That what?
People stink. They smell so bad.
Oh, stinkers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? I think you're going to find a lot of people that got that exact same pet peeve.
I bet you I do.
And I've experienced about 5 or 6 today.
I know, it's brutal.
Biggest pet peeve, because I'm a seller, I normally sell, so I would say people are offering less than 70% on comps.
Less than 70, that's the magic number?
70, yeah.
Other than that, it's unreasonable.
That's unreasonable. I can do around 85%, 80%, but when you come up here, like a card would be $1,200 and you're offering like 600 on it, so stuff like that. It's just
Please be
wasting my
reasonable.
time. Please be reasonable, be respectful. I mean, I'm willing to make a deal, but anything less than like 70% is like a big pet peeve of mine. So, yeah.
The people that don't wear deodorant.
That's our second one today.
Is it really?
That's our second
That's a
one
very
today.
common one. Yeah, that's a very common one.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's definitely the biggest one is no deodorant, not showering. Like we're in a public place, let's be adults about it.
Yeah.
Pass the smell
Do you
test.
have any as a spectator?
Do I have any pet peeves as a spectator?
Yeah.
When the cards are not priced, when there's nothing that shows that they're priced and they have to look on eBay for like $1 card or whatever, like that's
Takes a lot of
price
time.
your cards, yeah.
Takes
Price
a lot
your
of
cards,
time.
let's figure it out. Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
All right. What's up, guys? So my biggest pet peeve at the card show is when you walk up to someone's table and the person running the table doesn't even greet you. So
Totally.
I do not like that 100%. I think if you're taking the time to come up to your table, they should at least take the time to say hi. So this one's for the vendors, not the people walking around.
Grumpy dealers is one of my biggest.
That's what I'm saying, yep.
So yeah, I got a couple of pet peeves. Number one is the trade up challenge, right? So if like a 15-year-old kid comes up to me and says, hey, can I trade up? I'm like, no, homie, you're trying to literally cash out. Like if my 7-year-old kid did it, no problem. You know, another thing as a buyer is when I'm trying to make a deal with a vendor and they're unwilling to bend on anything when I know they've got room. But I also set up as a vendor, and so for me, one of my pet peeves is when vendors just, you can't talk to them, right? They don't want to be personable. Also, I think the last one is this. Friggin', can we just put a price on the card to have a conversation rather than having to ask about every single card? So those would be my pet peeves.
I have none. A bad day at a card show is better than most other days.
Perfect. Now that's an answer right there.
All right, let it rip. What's your biggest pet peeve?
The biggest pet peeve for me at a show is when people come up and they want to sell cards, but they have no idea what they want for their cards. Like, I understand if you just found them and you don't know anything about them, and we can look them up together. But if you have a kaboom and I go to comp it and I see the same exact card sold last week, then we both know pretty much what it goes for. So
Absolutely.
if you're going to come sell to a vendor, have some idea of what you're hoping to get for the card.
Totally agree. Absolutely. Do your homework.
Thanks.
What my biggest pet peeves are?
Taking your kids to a show?
Well, I mean, there's that. A lot of trading and not so much parents of looking. I would like to expand my collection too and not just worry about my own children. I think as far as my actual pet peeves is being a woman and going to a show and having most men, especially older men, completely ignore me as if I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, or the fact that I don't have a PC. Because I do have a PC. I also have a YouTube channel. So that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves is having someone completely ignore me.
You're heated about this.
Yeah, I'm absolutely heated about this. This happened to me almost every single show. I'll make a round, and most of the time I don't get any benefit of the doubt or any attention at all.
Good answer.
Thanks.
All right, it's my turn. I got like 2 or 3. So layout, if you're a dealer and you're set up, well, you know, honestly, if you're a dealer or an attendee, when a show is not set up properly by the promoter that's putting it on, and the aisles don't make sense and the corners don't make sense, that really gets my goat for
What about
sure.
what about like a table?
What do you mean?
Like what about how a table's organized?
Like how a table is set up?
Yeah.
No, that was going to be another. When you have a messy table, that is absolutely a pet peeve. When you come up to a dealer and everything's just scattered, or honestly even empty, an empty table drives me crazy. Where you set up and you only have a couple of things. Like, why? I'm not even going to waste my time stopping. I'm just going to walk right by. My last one, and this one's just personal. When there's no good food, like get a food truck for us. Have some sort of like table putting out good bratwurst. Skip the hot dogs and give me a bratwurst, please, for crying out loud. Oh, and when a show doesn't have any beer, you should always have beer.
Yeah, have some beer. Have some fun.
We need it.
We got kids out here. We need some fun.
We're dying.